Okay, great. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? All good? Can I see some thumbs up? Are you excited? Yeah? Okay, so I think Sanket has already given an introduction of mine. Okay, just before I begin, just one thing I want to share with you. If you get any doubts, please feel free to send the message over the chat. Okay, as soon as you get the doubt for the following workshop, please feel free to send the message. Okay, it could be very simple doubts or it could be the complex one. I love both of it. Okay. Okay, so as you know, right, like this session is about generative AI. Okay. And I think you have been using AI or you have been hearing about AI from a long time. How many of you have been hearing about AI? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay. I can see some thumbs up, still not many. I think many people are not using AI yet. Okay. Okay. Good. So, you have been hearing about it, but do you know, like, you have been using this AI for more than, I think, 6 to 7 years, each one of you? Do you know that you have been using it? Either you use it directly or indirectly. You have already been using a lot and lot of applications of it. Do you know this? Yeah? Can anyone tell me what are the applications that you have been using? Okay, I've already started getting in some messages, right? Like many of them are thumbs up, and then some people started saying Chat GPT. Okay, yeah, OpenAI, Siri, Gemini. Okay, good. Some people are saying, okay. So before we move on, right, all of you mostly have been giving me the answers related to generative AI, which you are hearing from last maybe 1.5 to 2 years, right? You have heard about Midjourney, you have heard about Gemini, you have heard about those all generative AI things. I am talking about simple AI applications that has become so common that you don't even realize that the AI is behind it. Yeah, correct. I got very good answer from Fluid talking about email filters, talking about YouTube recommendations. Okay, talking about Spotify recommendations. Have you seen those Tesla cars too? Have you seen those Tesla cars, self-driving cars? Aren't those pure magic for AI? Yeah, they have been analyzing the images, the videos, and they're self-driving it. How many of you use shopping apps? Anyone here loves shopping? Shopping on any of the websites. Okay, it could be Amazon, it could be Shopee, it could be any of those websites which are there in your country. It could be anything. Okay, I'm just giving some examples. All of them use AI. Have you seen those things where it recommends, okay, people who bought this also bought this together? Seen that? Yeah? Have you seen those things? Give me a thumbs up. All those are AI. Okay, you have been using it for so long. Netflix recommendations. How many of you love watching movies? Do you love watching movies? Yes? So Netflix provides you the recommendations, right? Based on the movies that you have already watched. That is what? That is AI. Right? But now, from the last 2 years, if you look, the scene has little bit changed. Earlier, the people were focused more on these kind of applications. But now with the with this generative AI coming in, now the applications have really changed drastically. Plus, it's just that each and every one of you can learn how to generate those applications or how to use those applications for your own good purpose. If you know earlier, building AI applications used to be about coding, right? You need to know one of the good programming languages such as Python, C++, R, and then only you could code and start building the models, but not anymore. Okay, that's the good part. Okay, so how many of you have heard about generative AI? You have heard about generative AI? Yes? I think that's why you joined this particular workshop. I hope, yeah? You have seen applications such as Chat GPT, Gemini, or Claude, or Photoshop, Copilot. Yes? Great. Now, these are just, as Sanket said, right? Like these applications are just the tip of the iceberg and can't even say the tip. Okay, this currently we are on the beginning of what these AI applications can do for us, especially the generative AI applications. I hope my screen is visible now. It is visible? Yes. Can you give me a thumbs up or just message in the chat? Yes. Yes. Okay, good. So if you notice, right, there are major 6 key modalities that people are seeing in the generative AI field. That includes text. Okay, for the text applications, you have been already using ChatGPT and Gemini. Okay, before we move forward, can you tell me how many of you have been already using these kind of applications such as ChatGPT or Gemini for generative AI? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, I think thumbs up started pouring in. We got 5, 6. Okay, now I'm getting close to 20. Whoa, so many less people have used ChatGPT, is it? Okay, okay, okay. Now I can see more. Good. Okay, so you have already started using it. But if you know, or you might not know actually, you have not been using it to the fullest potential. There is lot of potential for which you can use these kind of applications. It does not matter, like, you need not to have some other work to use those things to the full potential. You can use it for your own task. If you work somewhere, you can use it for work. If you're studying, you can use it for studying. If you want to learn something, right, you can take that thing as your personal assistant who is going to be there with you 24 by 7. You can ask endless questions to it and they won't question you back. They're not going to ask, oh, how many times I should answer you, right? Or like, oh, I don't want to answer at this point of time. Those particular things are available to you 24 by 7. Okay. The next thing is the code. Okay. For like, data scientists or programmers like me, Chat GPT has come to help and become our savior. Okay. It's more than a personal assistant. It has helped to like, write the code and to define the things that have already been written. You can do both the things. Either you can help use it to write the code, and you can, let's say you already have the code and you're not able to understand. Sometimes it happens. Let's say one of my colleague wrote it and I couldn't understand, like, couldn't understand the way he wrote it. So I can ask the Chat GPT to explain the code to me, and it understands it so well and explains it to me in a nice way. Okay. The next thing that we have is audio. Okay. Then we have images, video. Okay. So just to tell you, these are not the only things which can be generated. Okay. What other things that comes to your mind when you think about it, apart from these 6? Anyone? Anything else comes to your mind? Something that you can use in your daily life, or like, think about it related to your work. Okay. Analysis and the insights. Yes. Angelo, good answer. Data summary, correct. Right? Sometimes we have big answers or like, big paragraphs or even books to be analyzed. You don't have enough time. So you can summarize it. Anything else? It can also be used to provide you PowerPoint presentations. Okay. How many of you use PowerPoint presentations? All of you? Yeah. Can I get a thumbs up? See? Okay, so you can use that one to generate the videos. You can use that one to generate even the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, not only these things, it can read your whole document, the PDF that you have, and it can explain each and everything to you. That's the power. Okay, it's not only limited to this. It's all about how much we have already explored, plus what all you can do. I don't know how many of you really follow about OpenAI. They are releasing daily something, like, within a month, within a, like, at least once in 3 months, they do release something very exciting. And they have been releasing it on a very general pace now. It's not like, oh, they got over. If you heard, how many of you know about Sora? Do you know about Sora? Sora. I will write it up in the chat too. Yes? That one is going to be used, like, to generate videos, and that too very detailed, realistic videos. Soon the time is going to come that you don't need to have much skills. You just need to know the correct prompts to generate those things. Okay. So moving further, we also have the broad categories of value that capture from the AI. Okay. The why we have to do this, like, if we talk about these things were being done by humans also. But the good thing about that coming up of the generative AI is that, first of all, it is a cost reduction for the companies. Okay. It reduces the cost typically by 30% or greater. Imagine some companies who have been spending $1 million, or, like, let's say $100,000 or something. They can save up to 30%. If you know or not, 30% is a big number. How many of you agree with me? 30% is a big number for the cost reduction. Do you agree? Yeah? Okay, great. Also, one thing is the process efficiency. That, first of all, machines don't complain to you. Machines are, like, you can make machines much more smarter if enough data is provided for training. So you can create the processes efficiencies through automating it. You do not need manual labor to do, okay, first I do task 2, then task 1, then task 4, then task 3. You can automate this with the help of a pipeline. And all those things can be done using generative AI. There has been a great growth in the revenue generation for the applications that have been built using generative AI. Plus, it is also helping to generate or to have new discovery and insights. It's accelerating the innovation. Do you know how many new startups have been there since 2023 which are just doing or focusing on this generative AI? A lot of them. There have been thousands of later startups which are just focusing on generative AI, nothing else. Okay, you don't need anything else, any other knowledge. If you know about these kind of applications, how to use them in a correct manner, you are good to go to have your own startup too. Okay, plus it takes some courage and time to practice. Definitely. Those things are permanent. Okay, without giving enough time to anything, you cannot learn it. Do you agree with this? Can you learn something overnight? You need to give some time, you need to have some patience and the determination to do it. We are here to teach you the skills, but what you need to do is you need to do a lot and lot of practice. Okay, shall we move forward? Anyone got any doubts still here? Anyone want to ask any questions that popped up in your mind? Okay, so what we are going to see is we are going to see about the consumer side of generative AI. Okay, don't worry, we will also do a lots of hands-on. Okay, the hands-on is on the way, so don't worry about it. We'll be learning about these things in a practical way. Even for those people who have already been using ChatGPT and Gemini, you will see how you can use them more efficiently, or how you can learn about the things, how you can, like, do something in a very new and innovative way. Okay. So the next thing that we have is about the marketing content assistant. Okay, so these are the major applications which have been there. What it does is it uses the applications of audio, image, text, and video. So generative AI can be used to enable the creation of efficient, consistent, and personalized content across the range of modalities. How many of you earlier have been using those chatbots? I'm not talking about the generation in which these chat GPT came in. I'm talking about the pre-era, right? We all have seen chatbots, right? Either when you call to the customer service, there is a chatbot speaking. Yeah. For this, press 1. For this, press 2. Have you seen those things? Yeah. Were they able to solve your queries earlier? Were they able to understand what you really want? Yes or no? Mostly not, right? Most of you won't agree. Every one of us would prefer to have a human on that side so that we can convey what we want very easily. Yes? Yeah. So most of the things, I mean, to some extent, yes, because, like, sometimes they used to help us in a very short period of time, done. But 99% of the time, if a human is there who is able to understand what we are saying, they will have an easy explanation and the solution for our things. Do you agree with that? Can I get a thumbs up if you agree? Yeah. Yes, we do. Why was that the reason? That was because the way we speak, meaning to say the natural language we speak in. I'm not only talking about English. English is one of the languages. I'm talking about all the languages in which you speak in. The AI is now able to understand all those languages and convert it into the side of application or the task that they have to do. They don't even need to know, okay, for example, the place where I come in, Hindi is like, my mother tongue. I don't, English is my, like, second language. Similarly for you, I know, like, you might be speaking English very well. That's a good thing, but English might not be your mother tongue, or like, the natural language which comes to your mouth. If you can speak in that language and the same task is done, won't you prefer that language to speak in? Yes. Yeah, how many of you would agree to that? Yeah, I know English has become sort of universal language. It's good to know, always good to know, right? So these particular applications that we have 99% accuracy in translation of language too. That's what ChatGPT does for you. You remember how many of you have used Google Translate? How many of you have used it to translate from one language to another? You know that, right? There is something called as Google Translate, which translates from one language to another, right? So for the people who have used it, you would have seen that those Google Translate answers were not 100% accurate. They used to make a lot of mistakes. Yes? Have you noticed it? Because I know 3 to 4 languages, so I know whenever I convert from one language to another, the meaning also sometimes completely change. It is not able to get the context. For all those who have used it extensively, only will know. For all those who have used it sometimes, right, only once or twice or thrice, it would have worked perfectly. So, but this ChatGPT has an accuracy of 99%. It's one of the best model that has been there, especially for language translation also. Okay, so you can use it endlessly, and this thing is only one of the applications which is out there. Okay, next thing is you can also use it to plan for promotions. So the chat gpt or these generative AI things have been being used to prepare promotion plans, negotiate the materials, pre-works and pitch tests. Okay, then they are also being there to design the products, or they have been acting as an assistant for the product design. How many of you know that there is already, like, you can use generative AI with photoshops? You know that? Yes. I mean, for the people who are not from the design side, maybe you don't need to know, but you can do it now. Okay, all those things are already there. What's happening is every company is trying to bring in this generative AI into their product. They are pushing in so hard. That's why there is so open space right now in the market. If you know these skills, it's a great opportunity for you. Okay. Also, it helps to strike an AI pose. What that means is that you can create videos and still images to more efficiently to showcase your product. Let's say you're launching a new product and you don't have a picture related to that. What would you do? Either you spend a lot of time designing it, everything, like, doing that editing, making those changes, or you can ask this generative AI to do it for you. Okay. So these are just the tip of the icebergs. These are the, like, only few applications that we are seeing. Following in the workshop, I will explain more and more of these applications to you. Okay. How many of you are ready for some hands-on? Shall we go for some hands-on? Yeah. Can I get some hands up? Thumbs up, thumbs, or like, yes or no? Yeah. Okay. I can see most of the people are ready and excited about the hands-on. Okay. So what we are going to do is, like, we are going to do the hands-on on, let's say, ChatGPT or Gemini. Which one you prefer? Which one is your favorite? Okay, I can see GPT, Gemini, ChatGPT. Okay, both. Actually, right? Whatever I'm going to teach you, you can use that on any of them. Okay, whatever I'm going to teach you, it's not only to be used with ChatGPT or only to be used with Gemini. So actually, it does not matter whichever you learn. Those things, those skills would be useful for you for everything. Okay, I just asked you this question so that I would get to know, okay, which one is your favorite. Okay, I can see in the chat most of the answers are related to ChatGPT. So we are going to explore and learn about ChatGPT. Okay, I am going to show you the way to log in. I'm going to show you the way for everything. So even though you are a beginner, you are good to go from this workshop. Okay, you will have the skills like any of us have. So I will try to explain each things to you. Okay, so be patient. Let me just share the screen about on Google Chrome. You can use any browser, it works the same. Just that if you have a Google account logged in, it will be good for you to easily sign in. How many of you have a Google account? Must be having it, right? Yes. Yeah, so most of you have it. That's a good thing. Okay, so I will share the screen now. Just give me a second. Just a moment. Okay, here it is. Okay, now are you able to see my screen? Yes, I think so. You would be. So to open ChatGPT, what we will do is I will tell you very simple steps. Okay, first of all, you just Google search for ChatGPT. Okay, you do a Google search, and the first option will come for you, which is chat.openai.com. And what you have to do is you just have to click on this. Okay, click on that. Okay, this thing comes up. How can I help you today? For all those who are logged in, you won't get this option of sign in and log in. It's already would have logged in. What you have to do is just click on login. Even though you are logging in for the first time, it's completely okay. And then for all those who are logging in for the first time, just click on continue with Google. No need to provide your email address, then try to remember the password. See, for me, I'm not able to remember the password for anything, because nowadays most of the websites which are there always support this Google login. So this comes as a savior to us, and it helps me a lot to I mean, I don't need to remember the passwords for those accounts. Just click on this continue with Google. Okay, and then if your Google account is logged in, because I've opened through incognito mode, you will get an option. Just click on that and then you will be logged in. Okay, if any of you face any difficulties, you let me know. I can help you. Okay, once you are logged in, you will see something like this. Let me just show you the screen. Here I have. Okay, do you get something like this? Yeah, anyone who is not logged in, because logging into one of the chat gpt or what do you say, Gemini, is very important for this workshop. Okay, I can see thumbs up, all good, no one has any doubts. I think because most of you would have been using this chat gpt or anything, right? It's a good thing. I just showed you so that if someone doesn't know, they also can follow. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is, first of all, let's say if I have to plan a vacation to, let's say, Australia. Okay, what's the command would you ask the chat GPT? Most of us would write like this. We will start by saying help me to plan a trip to Australia for 5 days. Right? This is how you type. This is how you query or provide the prompt. Yes? Okay. I can see yes. Okay, cool. So what you know is what I want to also tell you. See, now I will also tell you some of the terminologies. If you know these terminologies, it will be good for you to even go through the vlogs or know generally about this generative AI. What we are typing here is called prompt. Okay, is known as prompt. I will write it here. PROMPT. Okay, this thing is actually a prompt. Okay. So in this generative AI, the major part, or you can say the best thing that you can learn is how to write these prompts in the best way possible. Okay, got it? Yeah, can you give me a thumbs up? Are you following till here? Anyone having any doubts? You can ask. Okay, I think all is good. Great. Okay, so now when all is good, we will go on. So what I will do is, first of all, I will generate the default way, answer in a default way, the way you guys use it. Okay, most of you. When I say you, it depends, it belongs to all the learners. I'm generalizing it. So this is how generally everyone provides the prompt. And they say, help to plan a trip to Australia for 5 days. Here, if you notice, we have not provided any details. Okay, so I will just raise this query and ChatGPT will try to respond to me. Okay, so it starts with an answer. It says, okay, planning a 5-day trip to Australia can be exciting adventure, blah, blah, blah. Then it talks about day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and additional tips. Okay. Now, if you notice, I don't know whether how many of you have noticed this or not, that currently what we are doing is we are using a free version of ChatGPT, right? Because we are you paying for it? I think I am not paying for it. Are you paying for the ChatGPT? No, right? Most of us are not paying, correct? Why? Because this is currently a free version of the ChatGPT that we are using. And with this free version comes some good parts, some bad parts. The good part is that even though it is free, they are continuously trying to update and optimize it. When I say optimize, they are trying to provide the best answer that they could. Okay. But you have to understand that like the best answer depends on the model plus this thing. What is this thing called? What I query from here is called prompt. It all depends on the prompt that you provide to the ChatGPT or any of those generative AI tool, in fact. Also, you would know, like, if you click on this ChatGPT, you can see something called as ChatGPT Plus and the normal ChatGPT. The version that we are using is 3.5. Also, you have to know that this particular ChatGPT is not real time. Do you know that? Yes or no? How many of you know that ChatGPT is not real time? Can you give me a thumbs up if you know? Yeah. So what I will do is I will prove that to you. So if I ask ChatGPT, what is the weather in Philippines right now? Okay, it's a valid question to ask about the weather. Okay, now if I ask this question to ChatGPT, what it provides me is this. Okay, I think now it started giving this, what do you say, a little bit of real time also. I think they updated it day before yesterday. Okay, it has searched from 5 sites, these things. Okay, and it got it. Now they are making it close to, I can say, Gemini. Okay, what they're doing is they are getting the information from the real time and they are making it free. So then most probably they have also updated this chat GPT version. It's not then 3.5 anymore, which is a good thing. And this was the only major difference between chat GPT and Gemini, that Gemini used to give us about the real-time information and ChatGPT was not able to give. And now it has started giving it out to you. So all of you can query like something like this, which is related to real time, and it will provide you the answer. Till yesterday, it was not able to. Okay. Now it has started giving us, which is a good thing. Okay, clear till here? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now what we are going to learn is how to write these query in a better way, or how to write the prompts in a best way possible. Okay. How we are going to write the prompts in the best way possible is, I will take this example itself and I will explain you multiple things related to this example, that how step by step you are going to make this prompt in a best way possible. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, clearly I just wrote a simple prompt. I just asked or I raised a query, help me to plan a trip for 5 days. One thing you have to know is, I know that this is a major prompt, but currently what are the things that are missing here? The first thing that we are missing is something called as system prompt. Okay, there is something called as system prompt. So what are these system prompts? So these system prompts are the prompts that help the system to analyze what they have to behave, okay, or what they have to act as. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to attach a system prompt to this. So here I will write, you are to act as, let's say, travel agent with over, or let's say, first of all, I provide this, a simple system prompt. Okay, I will move everything to step by step. Now, how many of you know that, let's say, let me ask a quick question. From which domain do you work in? Let's say for me, I'm in IT. I work as data scientist. Which domain you guys work in? Can you provide me quick answers in the chat? Okay, some of you work in HR, IT, design, tech consultant, training. Okay, see, I got 5 answers and all of them are different. That's so good, right? Marketing, operations. Now, because all of you work in different fields, can we say each of us will have different knowledge in each of those domains? For example, for the people who belong to accounting or domain, or let's say admin, I won't have that knowledge. Or for example, I belong to IT. Similarly, those people would have little less knowledge than me in IT. Yes, that's a common factor, right? Now, if you look, Chat GPT knows about everything. Can we agree to it? Because Chat GPT, I think, works for all of us. Does Chat GPT work for all of you? For the people who belong to cyber law, training, accounting, admin, front end, software development, HR, tech consultant, design? Yes, it works for all of us and it works in a very similar way. There is no changes that we have to make it work. But now what I'm saying is, because ChatGPT has a knowledge for all these fields, what we are trying to do in this system prompt is, we are trying to make the ChatGPT focus on that particular thing only. Now we are saying, okay, I know that you know about all these things. Forget about it. Focus on being a travel agent. Okay. Now when I'm saying you are to act as a travel agent, okay, I will write a in front of it so that this thing goes. Yeah. You are to act as a travel agent. That means that we are asking the chat GPT to behave as travel agent and then provide the answer. And this thing works with every domain. For all the people who belong to HR, you can write thing as, you are to act as an HR, help me with whatever task you have. And then you will be able to see the quality of the answers change in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write this prompt. Okay, I'm going to press enter and then I get the answer. You see? Now it provides me about morning, late morning, afternoon, evening, morning, late morning, afternoon, evening, little bit detailed, but very concise. Okay. What I want you to do is, parallelly, don't write the same query what I have written, or don't even take the same example. Take a different example and write with the help of this system prompt and see, does it make a change? If it does, give me a thumbs up. And if you get any doubts, please feel free to question in the chat. It has to be an interactive, what do you say, workshop. It cannot be like, okay, I am teaching you and you're just listening. No, you have to let me know whether you are able to understand these things or not. Try it out on your side. I'm giving you a minute. Just try it out. Okay, here is the prompt, Sheetal. I hope you can see it still on the screen. Okay, for Renz, it worked. Alzar, it worked. Luchi, it worked. Yeah. Don't worry, what we are going to do is we are going to make it better step by step. In the end, you might be able to get the complete best answer that particular model can provide you. Don't worry. By the end of the workshop today, you will have those answers. Okay. So now if you look, what we have done is, I think it's enough time for practicing this one single query. Okay, moving forward, what we have is, if you look here, right, now we just told to have like, to act as the travel agent, and then we raise the query. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to make the changes, some changes in the system prompt itself and make it better. Now, instead of this thing, if I write, you are to act as a travel agent with over 20 years of experience in planning trips and vacations for families. Can you see a good change between this prompt versus this system prompt? Can you see the changes? Yes? Yeah? So what's happening here is I am trying to provide as much details as possible. Okay? You are to act as a travel agent with over 20 years of experience in planning, sorry, trips, not tips. Okay, sorry for the typo. In planning trips and vacations for the families. Okay, next thing, I'm going to write the same query. Okay, help me to plan a trip to Australia for 5 days. Okay, I'm not going to change the main command here so that, like, you can feel the difference. Also, please feel free to provide your own system prompts. Okay. I will copy this system prompt and provide to you in the chat. What you can do is you can take this thing and modify it for your own convenience, for your own work. You don't need to do for the travel agent. Travel agent is just an example. For next thing, if you want, I can take any other example that you would like me to take. You see, now it has started giving out, like, these kind of details, approximately 2 hours from Sydney, then highlighting where to go and all those things. You can see these small changes, and in the end, the answer is going to be very beautiful. Also, you would notice that when I say that, like, the travel agent is experienced in planning the trips and vacations for families, then the difference what happens is that the answers that I'm getting will be based on the places that families can go. Okay, if you look here, let me read you the answers. Then it provides the accommodation which offers spacious and excellent family friendly amenities. Okay, then for mid range, because you know that it's going for the family, it's great for families needing space and kitchen facilities. Okay, then affordable options available with family rooms and convenient locations. Can you see the differences here? Yes or no? Yeah. Can I get a thumbs up if you're feeling the difference now? Yes. Okay, great. Okay, do you want to make this prompt better further on? Yes? You want to make this prompt even further better? Yeah? Shall we go for that? I'll give you a minute, okay, just so that you can practice a detailed system prompt first. It take a minute, okay? First of all, write something on your side also. Don't write the same thing that I'm writing. Write something related to your work so that it becomes useful for you to learn. Okay, I'm writing the same thing in the chat so that everyone can copy or use it for the reference point of view. It's also on the screen for all those who want to look it here. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute till 4:51, and then we will start even making it further better. Okay. There are other things also, Halima, like system prompt is one of them. Okay. Next thing we are going to do is not system prompt. That's something else. Don't worry about that. Okay. Yes, Namita, it does save data. On the left side, if you look, this is your history, right? Whatever you are doing here will be saved. That's the best part. So later on tomorrow, if you want to refer to it, you can do refer to it. Okay, so these things, whatever you are typing on your side will be saved for you and you can refer to it anytime. That's the best part. Thurlow, I don't think so, but yeah. No, 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 Azim. This is live session, live workshop. Okay, so let's go further. Currently, if you know what we have done is, I will just give you a brief about it. We have written system prompt. We try to make it better, right? Plus, we have provided the query. Yes, can you agree to it? These are the two things that we have done. Very good, Vrinda. Good thing, good answer, good prompt. Okay. So currently what we have done is we have written system prompt plus query. Next thing is how can we make it further better? To make it further better, what we are going to do is we are going to give the something called as context. Okay. Something called as context. So you know about these parts. Okay, you know about query, you know about system prompt. Now we are going to learn what is context here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this previous prompt that I had and I'm going to attach a context to it. Okay, so help me a plan to trip for Australia for 5 days. Next, what are the other details that you can provide? It could be anything. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 4 examples. Not only for this, I'm going to give you examples for other things also. For this, the thing could be that I am planning to go in the month of August. Okay. First context I can give is the month, in which month I'm planning to go. Next thing I can give is I didn't provided anything that with whom I'm going. I can say with my kids and wife. Also, my old parents are accompanying me. Okay. So with this thing, what is the context that we provided? That in which month I'm going, with whom I'm going. Now, if you notice here, when I wrote, right, my old parents are also accompanying me. That means that wherever the places that it is going to provide me, right, those people, those places are going to be friendly for older people also. This is what it's called providing more context to it. To give you an easy example of context, let me just show you one thing, okay? For example, let's say you got sick and you went to the doctor. Okay, let's say you are having stomach ache. Next thing, okay, you told your problem. Okay, I'm having stomach ache. That is more like providing a query. Next thing, doctor is going to ask you, oh, did you eat something outside? Did you eat something unhealthy? What is that? Now doctor is trying to get the context that why that particular pain, stomach pain or anything is happening to you. There should be a reason to it, right? Then you say, oh no, I've been having it from last 3 days. I didn't eat anything outside. Then the list or the search thing gets shortened for the doctor. Similarly, here, because when you are visiting to Australia, there are a lot of places to visit, lot of places where you can stay. But when you write, okay, I'm going to stay with my family, I'm going to stay with my parents, which are old parents, okay? And then if you write something, provide me the places which are, let's say, wheelchair friendly, then it will try to search those things for you and give you the correct answer. Okay, do you understand the example or the advantage of context? Yes. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know. I can provide you some other examples also. Yeah. Okay, so what I will do is I will write this particular prompt. Okay. Now you look. As a seasoned, okay, sure. Tamil sir, will provide you more. I understand you need to cater to the interests and comforts of all family members, including children and elderly parents. Okay. Then it says about, gives details about that. Okay. Then it talks about where to go in the morning to learn for, like, late afternoon and everything. Then it also provides you additional tips. Okay. And then the weather, dining, and everything. Okay. Now I will give you one more example of some different field. Provide me one other domain in which you want me to give the example. That's up to you. Okay. Just let me know for which domain I should provide you an example, and then I will try to cater my example according to your thing. Okay, most of you are saying IT, data analytics. Let me see, huh? Let me get more responses. Marketing, IT. Okay. Anything else? No other thing? Okay, IT, HR. Okay. See, most of the things I'm getting is related to IT. What I will do is I will provide one related to IT and one related to other thing. Then you try to do it on your side, and I will try to provide you whether your query is correct or not, or how you can make it better. Okay, correct? That so that I can improve, I can help you to improve your prompts. Cool? Does that work? Yeah. Okay. So now for the IT, right? Now let's say I'm also in IT. I work as data scientist. So if I have to provide a prompt to the chat GPT, how will I provide? First of all, I will provide a system prompt. Remember, this is not a rule, but in this way, I have tested it practically. I've been working on this generative AI from 2017. Some of you will say, oh no, but chat GPT came in 2022. But remember that ChatGPT is not equals to generative AI. Generative AI has been there with us from 2014. Okay. It's just that it has become more accessible and usable to you now. I have published research papers back in 2020 related to generative AI. Okay. So that is not a thing which is something new. It's just that people got to know it now, and it becomes so common for everyone to use. Earlier, I used to do it with the help of programming. Okay. So let me give you an example related to IT, and then we will go further. So I will write here, you are to act as, for all those people who are data analyst, data engineer, whatever you are, you can just fill this up. Okay. I will write here something called as data scientist. Okay. This place you can fill up whatever you are doing. Okay. With over 20 years of experience in building machine learning models and performing analysis on the data. Okay, you see here, this would be my system prompt. Okay, you are to act as a data scientist with 20 years of experience in building machine learning models and performing analysis on the data. Now, next thing should be my question, or it could also be the context. Okay, you can say, for example, I am working on the project of, let's say, object detection. How many of you know what is object detection? Object detection means detecting something from the images. It could be anything. It could be person, it could be like water bottle, it could be like a mouse, it could be like mobile phones, anything. Everything is object in that. Okay, I am working on the project of object detection and trying to identify, let's say, a small thing, something like mobile phones in classroom. Okay, let's say this project that I'm doing is for a school, and then because the school does not allow to have mobile phones to be used in the classroom, you are developing a machine learning model which can help you to detect it. Okay, next thing would be, can you provide me some tips on how to build that model and what libraries I should consider while building it? Can you see the length of my prompt? Most of you will say, dude, it's too big. Yeah, is it too big? Yes, but if you notice, what I'm trying to do is, I am not leaving anything on chat GPT for, like, as a question mark. I'm trying my best to describe everything to the chat GPT. Okay, and I am trying to ask the question, whatever I have, in a very precise way. Okay, and this is the way, and this is the major difference that people make. Okay, what people ask is, yes, how to detect mobile phones in classroom. This is what people will ask. Do you think chat GPT gets enough information to answer you? Remember, whatever you ask, it will give you some answer. So you cannot argue with me on saying, but I get something. Something you will get, but that something won't be enough to be considered as a good answer. Okay, so here when I press enter, okay, I will get the answer. Currently, I'm not writing any code because I know most of the people here won't understand any code related to Python, C++, or anything. This thing gives you a general idea of how to write the prompt. This is currently, I'm not helping you to build a model. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Understood? I have provided you my query in the chat so that you can have a copy of it. Okay, next thing I want you to do is, you can read up my answer. It provides the problem, how to collect the data, data annotation, choosing a pre-trained model, libraries in the framework, data pre-processing, training the model, and all those things. Okay, then it also provides me a sample code. Okay, which is a good thing, but it is not a complete code, so don't worry about that. This is how you generate the prompts or generate the answers using the prompt in a very well way. Okay, next thing what I want you to do is to take 5 minutes and write a good prompt and provide to me in the chat so that I can review it for you, so that it becomes more meaningful for you to learn how to write the prompt. And I will try to read and provide the feedback on as many prompts as possible. Okay, just let's go. So try to write a prompt related to your field, need not to be same as mine. If you want, you can take my prompt as a base and build something on top of it. That's also completely fine. It depends on how you want to learn. That's it. Okay, I'm now waiting for your answer. Okay, as soon as you provide me the answer, I'm going to provide you the feedback on it. That's what I've given you 5 minutes for. Whatever prompt you write on your side, help to copy paste in the chat. Okay. Okay, I've started getting, I got first from David. Okay, don't worry, huh? I'll read everything. I work on it, I work in five experience in meta related to execution advisor. Can you provide ways I can improve my services to the clients? It's a good thing, David. Yeah, you have provided the system prompt and you have also provided the ask the questions in the right way. Good. Help me to make a see, James. What you did is you just provided a simple system prompt, no context, and a very simple question. That's a good thing. So questions are fine, but try to provide the context for what you are generating this particular what do you say, email meta ads. Why do you need them? You can provide the reason. Okay. For rents, what factors do I consider to make sure that I social media accounts are secure from getting hacked? Okay, it's a good one, friends. It's a good one. The question itself is detailed one, so you don't need the context. But if you want to add the context, you can add. You can do like this. That I have been getting reports of like social media accounts getting hacked from my clients or from my friends, so that it know to whom you want to provide these details. So to whom also matters a lot. If you are providing the details to your supervisor, the details will be different. Client, it will be different. Your junior, it will be different. Okay, so you have to provide these things accordingly. Okay. For Halima, you are to act as a channel account manager with 2 years of experience in handling the clients. How to speak to very loud. Can you help me with some sample conversation? That's a very good thing, Halima. Okay, that's a good prompt. Dexter, that's a very incomplete prompt. I don't know whether you missed out copying and pasting. You need to act as data scientist, 15 years of experience of learning. It's incomplete. Okay, try to complete it. Traditional marketer with over 5 years of experience, help me analyze A to B. It's still incomplete, Irish Joy. I think you need to provide more details to it. What do you want to do? See, the system prompt is correct, but you need to provide more details in marketing. Why do you need that? To whom you are answering, for whom you are answering to. Let's say you need it for the clients or boss or customers, right? That's a very good one. Icons. Okay. That's a good detailed one, detailed prompt. as an information thing, help me to schedule this thing, penetration testing. Okay, steps to follow. Okay, okay. That's a good one. Zakaria, good. So victim I'm working as a product research and skincare product, price, promotion, everything to target this thing, this thing, this thing. Uh, Tamil Selvi, you didn't ask a question. You just said you are to act as a market researcher. I am working and this thing. But what do you want from it? Okay, and trying to identify the target market and segmentation. I think your query is not that correct. You need to provide a bit more detailed query. Just the query. The system prompt is correct. Context is correct. You missed on typing a good query. What you're trying to do. You can write something like, help me to identify the target market and segmentation in what, in which place you want, and like which products you're focusing on. Those things you need to provide. Matthew, your data system prompt is good. And then I'm working on data consolidation. Excel, can you provide me step by step on how to build a program in code? Good, that's good. Canva, it's good. John Bosco, you need to provide, let's say, more context. John Bosco, okay. Matthew, it's a good one. Lenny, it's a good one. Efficiency of training. Okay. Luci, you missed on in which particular thing you are providing the details. Okay, you need to provide that. And then Brinda, it's a very good prompt. Great. Then Elizabeth, yeah, that's also good. How can I ensure there is well security in my farm even on my way? Dave, you have just provided a simple prompt like people write before attending this workshop. I really want to make a difference in your prompts after you are done with this workshop. So you've just written a very simple prompt. So you have to provide system prompt plus this is a query plus some context. You're missing on everything. David Okoti, it's a good one. Monisha, you are missing on providing I think the context. Okay. Nawaz, that's okay. I mean, you could make little bit better by providing more details. Okay. Matthew, it's correct. Tsefo, it's a good one. Manoj, you have to act as this. I'm working as e-commerce and then six plan. Okay. Business forex. Okay. This is also good. Lillian, it's a good one. Dexter, it's a good one. Yeah. Okay, so I try to provide as much as possible. Honey, it's good. Then Gunshilan, you need to provide little bit detailed. Sonakshi, it's a good one. Okay. Then we have Paulina, it's a very detailed one. I really liked it. Okay. Very detailed one. Dexter, it's a good one. Manoj, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I try to provide as much as possible. Cool. So if you get any other doubts, you can ask the things in the question answer query round. Okay. So next thing we are going to learn is how to make it further better. Okay. One thing, if you notice, right? Do you want to learn more? Yes. Are you ready for it? Give me a thumbs up if you are. You want to do more hands-on? You want to move back a little bit to theory? Which one you prefer? Okay, I think most of you would prefer theory or what? Uh, Hands-on, right? Okay, hands-on. Let's do hands-on. Okay, some of you prefer theory. Okay, I think most of you prefer theory, so I'll go with the theory. Oh, sorry, with the hands-on. Most of you prefer hands-on. See, in hands-on, you're going to learn. Theory, you can read anywhere. Okay, and hands-on, it's more about the practical things that are going to be helpful for you. Okay, and that's what most of these Altios training are for. We try to provide everything like 95% hands-on thing, 5% theory. Okay, 95% hands-on because you can practice and you can learn in a better way. Okay, so now next thing what I'm going to do is, if you look, the answer that we have been getting have been very detailed one, and sometimes you are not up for running these detailed answers. What you want is very precise, very short, and very well formed answer. Okay, with the prompts that we have learned, we can only get good answers, but these answers are still very long. Now the question is, how to make them as precise or as in a well formed as possible. Okay, how many of you want to learn that? Yes, shall we move forward? Okay, are you getting it? Why we want to make it shorter rather than, like, being this long answer? I think everyone here wants to read short answers. If you like to read long answers, you can remove that prompt. Okay, what you have to do is just go and copy the previous prompt that you wrote. It could be anything. Okay, whatever you wrote, just copy it out. Okay, I will move back to the travel agent form because every one of you know what's the importance of travel agent and what they do. Some of you don't know about coding, so that answer might not be related to you. Okay, I'll move it here. And I will also provide you this prompt again, so that if any of you want to use the same one, you can use. Later on, you can change also. Okay. To control the length is very important, and it's a very short prompt change which is required. Okay. The change that you want to have in the prompt is provide the answer in short and concise form. Okay, this thing, the last thing that we wrote is called as formatting. The format in which you want the answer. Again, this is just a simple prompt. Later on, like, we have lots and lots of things to be discussed. But because this workshop is only for 2 hours, I'm trying to provide you as much details as possible in this workshop. Okay. So what the changes I made is I just wrote provide the answer in short and concise form. Okay, and I will just press enter and get the answer from it. Let's see what I get. You see the details in each of them have become shorter. It's not asking, it's not giving any other details. It's providing me very short and sweet answer for that. You try it out for anything else apart from this particular, what do we say, travel agent, and you will see the more difference. Try it out on your side. See if you get any difference when you add this small line. Provide the answer in short and concise form. If you get a difference, give me a thumbs up by using this particular prompt. Yeah, I can see one thumbs up. One person got the change, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, now I can see many of them. Yeah, these things work like magic to get the perfect answer that you want. Okay, clear? Understood, everyone? Yes, no? Yeah. Let's learn one more thing. Okay, so I think this is good for the prompts. And then let me explore and tell you a few more things that you can do in ChatGPT, or, like, a very good thing that, like, most of you would love. See, do you want to learn about any complicated topic? Let's say you wanted to learn about some complicated topic. Let's assume. What would that topic be? You can give any topic, and I can guaranteed explain you about that in a very simple words. Okay. Some of you wanted to learn about coding, robotics, cybersecurity, IoT, or Internet of Things. What others? What about others? We have, like, close to 136 participants in this class. I still got only 10 suggestions. Quantum physics, yeah, that's my favorite difficult topic to learn. Ethical hacking, IoT, okay, singularities in black hole. See, these are some out of the box topics, right? Something called as quantum physics, or, like, these talking about the singularities in black hole. Okay, how many of you have heard about this topic called black holes? Have you heard about it? Or have you heard about quantum physics? I think most of us out of 135, maybe few of them would know about it, right? What they are and what those things do. Would you like to learn about that? Yes. Okay. For all those who don't want to learn about it, you want to learn about your topic. Once I provide you the prompt, you can change it to be used for your own thing. You don't have to worry about that. Whatever things I'm providing, you can always use for your own good or benefit. Okay. So Nikhil, what you can do is I'm going to provide you something about black holes, and then you can change that prompt for quantum mechanics. Does that sound good? Okay. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, now I will write something like this. Explain. See, currently I'm not writing anything regarding the system prompt or the context. Okay, I am just providing a different thing to you. Okay, now please pay attention here. Okay, I will just write explain the concept of, let's say, quantum physics or black holes. Okay, let's go for quantum physics. Okay, quantum physics. That's it. Okay, now if I want to add, I can add that length, what is it, length prompt in which it can control. See, in the last one, I gave you the example of this thing, right? Provide the answer in short and concise form. Now I will write something called as, provide the answer in no more than, let's say, 200 words. In this way, what I can do is I can control the length. And the next thing, to understand these kind of things, we can say, you can write the prompt such as explain to me like I am 10 years old kid. Okay. Then the thing is, the examples with which it will try to explain you, it's going to be magical, and it's going to be very easy for each one of us to learn. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to just remove this last line, explain to me like I'm 10 years old kid. Okay. I'll remove this thing and I will get the answer. And we are going to read it a little bit to see, okay, if any of us understand it or not. I guarantee you, most of us won't understand it. Okay, now you see, it talks about these things: quantization, wave particle, fundamental branch of physics, behavior of matter, smallest particle, emerged in 20th century. Okay, uncertainty principle. Okay, now what I will do is I will make the change like this. I will copy this prompt. Okay, and then I'm going to write this thing. Okay, now if you read here, it talks about it's a part of studies with the tiny things in our world, like atoms or particles even smaller than atoms. Imagine you have a magic magnifying glass that lets you see the things close up. Okay. Then instead of that, it changed to something called as tiny bits of energy. Instead of energy being smooth and continuous, it's like tiny pieces, kind of how Lego tower is built of small bricks. You see, can you see the difference in the examples? Now, because it knows that the 10-year-old kid would understand something called as Lego tower. Talking about wave particle trick, which is a very complex thing, it explains like how you can see a light of beam like a flashlight or waves like a rainbow. Okay. I think now you can feel the difference. Okay. Or you can, let's say you did not even understood with this. What you can do is you can write thing, explain to me in a form of a story. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that particular thing with this prompt itself. Okay, I will ask it to explain to me in the form of a story so that I don't have to go for these particular things also. Let's see what is the answer that it can provide me. Okay, now you see it's going to be super nice answer. Imagine you are in a magical world where everything is made up of tiny, invisible Lego blocks called quantums. In this world, there is a wizard named Quantum who has some very special rules of how these blocks behave. One day, quantum shows you a tiny ball, an electron, that can magically turn into a wave. He explains that this ball can be in many places at once, like you imagine a ball bouncing everywhere in the room. This is called superposition. You see how nicely it explains? And the best part about learning this way, anything, is that once you learn this way, you can make it as much complicated as you want to explain it to others. Because once you understood anything, you can easily make or explain it to other people also. Okay? Until and unless you don't understand by yourself, it's very hard to explain it to others in simple words. Do you agree? If I don't know how to use this, how will I be able to explain it to you in easy words? Okay? I hope you got the idea of how to use these things now. Got it? Yes, no? Try it out on your side. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes, and then, we will do something else. Try it out on your side also. See if you get any changes. If you get any doubts, please help to ask. Always remember this thing. I'm going to pass this prompt to you so that you can also try. Okay? And you can change the topic for anything, whatever complicated topic as it could be, whatever it was there in your mind, you can just get it. Export of the chat. I think, Vrinda, it would be difficult. Okay, what you can do is whatever you find comfortable with copying, you can just copy it out. I think that would be better. I think I have just provided 5 or 6 of these prompts, and I've provided all in the chat. So you can just copy paste somewhere in your local. Yes, Halima, you can do learn negotiations and all those things, but it's more like some things are very practical, right? Like negotiating and all those things. But you can ask the chat GPT to act as a customer and you are to act as a business owner, and then you can negotiate and have a thorough conversation regarding it.
All right, so great. I'll go ahead and pass on the session back to Akshay, who's going to go ahead and take this session forward. And Akshay, the session is all yours. The stage is all yours. I'm going to pass all these emojis towards you, and we will go ahead and get day 2 kickstarted. I guess you can share your screen and take it forward.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Sanket, first of all. Okay, thanks for introducing and thanks for all the help. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? All good? Excited to learn new things? Yes? I hope you learned few skills yesterday. Okay, and as Sanket said, yesterday was just the beginning, and today we are going to learn many more things using not only ChatGPT but other generative AI tools too. Okay, so are you excited for the hands-on? Yes? No? Yeah? Okay, good, good, good. That's good. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me first of all share the presentation. Just a second. Okay. So can you see the screen? Yes? You can, right? Okay, great. So that's a great thing. So as you know, we are learning about how the generative AI is transforming the businesses. First thing I want to tell you is you are also a part of it now. As soon as you start generating the videos, generating images, generating the text using ChatGPT or using any other generative AI tool, you become a part of it. You are the one who is also helping to make these tools look or work better. As you know that ChatGPT and all those OpenAI company or the other companies are coming up with the new tools and platforms and the other applications for you. So you are also participating in their data, like, giving them more data and providing more feedback and making the tool better. So as you know that these ChatGPT or any other generative AI tool is built with lots and lots of data. Do you know this? Does anyone want to know how ChatGPT behind the scene, the large language models and what those things are? Anyone wants to learn that? Yes, if you are, give me a thumbs up. Do you want to know how these tools work? Yeah. See, we all know that, like, we do got a website on which we just send a request and we get the answer. But what's happening behind the scene, right? Most of us don't even know that. Behind the scene, what's happening is whenever you type something, right? You type, okay, let's take yesterday's example. You are to act as event planner or, like, vacation planner with this much years of experience. Help me to plan the trip to Australia for 5 days. Given some more context, right? So whenever I type this, this prompt is sent as an API request. Okay. So these requests are sent to the servers. And how do server respond? Do you think there is some person sitting behind the scene doing the search for you and giving you the answer? Do you think that is the case? Does anyone think that? I think not, right? Because millions of people are using it parallelly. It is not a chatbot, also. I mean, it is a chatbot, but it is not like our traditional chatbot, where we used to have all those, what do you say, answers fed in, automatic answers. If you say yes, then it's going to give you this answer. Everything which is generated for you is unique and it is generated in the real time. Okay, how many of you already knew this? If you knew this, give me a thumbs up that all the things are generated for you in the real time. Yeah. Okay, that's a good thing. So one more thing you have to know is that all these, let's say you take any generative AI model, you take Bart's Gemini model, you take a GPT model, okay, you take any other model. What they're doing is they are built on large language. These particular models are called large language models. Okay. So just to explain you a little bit, I won't bore you much. Okay. So these language models help to generate the data. And why these are called large language models? Because these are trained on lots and lots of data. When I say lots, I mean billions of words, billions of, like, sentences and the books and everything, the text, whichever it's available on the internet, and their own data is fed to it. Okay, it's there for training, or, like, it's there for testing, and they have lots of access to these kind of data. And it does take a large investment, it does take a good amount of time and, like, you can say great minds to come up with these kind of models. Yesterday, as you know, right, like we worked on GPT-4. Actually the models which is there for you is GPT-4o. Okay, that is the model that OpenAI has released for you to try it out for free. Okay, that's why yesterday when we queried, we got the real-time results also. But always remember, you can use that advanced model for very less amount of time. Actually, it's not even related to time, it's related to the queries that you send. The more queries you are sending, the easily it will get exhausted. It's more like you can send up to 5 to 10 queries, that's it. After that, it will come back to the 3.5 version. Okay, clear till here? So 4.0 has been released and it's for free currently, like, to a limited extent. After that, whatever query you'll be sending will fall back to 3.5. 4 has these kind of capabilities also. It can take in an image and understand from it too. 3.5 cannot do it. 4 is mostly like, okay, they are providing you the pro versions for a limited, very limited period of time for free. It works like that. 4.0, which they are giving. And each of us would have access to it. Okay. So, like, the data access for all. Also, one thing good about that is, I don't know whether you know this or not, that people in general around the world have adopted generative AI more than they did for the smartphones. Do you know this? That people are adapting generative AI to the higher pace than they did to the smartphones or any of those other devices. Yes? And does anyone know the reason? Would you like to guess the reason? What that could be? What could be the reason that people are adapting to generative AI more than smartphones? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's easy, it's fast, it's convenient. I mean, the what do you say? Smartphones were also convenient. Those were also a big thing. What's the major thing? Think about it. Just a little bit. Cost free. Yes, Irish. That's a good reason. That nowadays everyone has access to internet. First of all, whenever people were using those Nokia phones, you remember we had a time prior to Android and all those things came in, we used to use Nokia phones. Yeah. At that time, when people had to adapt to what do you say, what do you say, smartphones which had touch screen and all, people had to pay for it, right? If you want to buy a new phone, you need to pay for it. These things they are providing you for free. Chat GPT came as a revolution because to millions of users they provided you for free, and that too it's not like an average or other tool which was there from last 5 to 10 years. It's a game changer. Yes. How many of you believe like this chat GPT and all those generative AI tool is a game changer for the current world? They are, right? I think most of you would agree with that statement because it's a game changer and it's for free and everyone has access to it plus ease of use. Then it's more like why not, right? If someone comes to your house and says, oh, I'm going to give you this for free, it's available to you 24 by 7, it's not going to cost you anything extra, would you not take it? Definitely. First of all, if these things are too good like chat gpt is, you will think twice, thinking like, oh, is it a scam or what? But no, it's not a scam, it's real thing and it's happening in front of us. Okay, and we all are part to it because it has access to everyone. Okay. Next thing you have to know is seeing is believing. How many of you agree to this statement? Seeing is believing. Yeah. Do you agree to it? Yes. Yeah. Most of us do. Reason is that this particular chat GPT can help you to try on different clothes without wearing them. It can help you to be somewhere without even being there. Also, it can help you to be someone without being that person. What I mean is, it's more like how many of you know about deep fake? Do you know about deep fake? If someone knows, give me a thumbs up. If not, I will explain. Don't worry. Okay, some of you do. Yeah. So, deep fake is basically the technology where people are creating the videos or audio uh, impersonating someone else, okay, in their voice using their faces. So it's more like currently I am here, right? I'm the real person. I don't have any filters on or anything like that. But in my case, instead of me, whatever I'm speaking, it could be like it could be a face of Obama in Obama's voice, and he could be your trainer, or he could be the one who is delivering this workshop for you. Those are things. If you want, what I will do is I will also in some time before we move to the practical, I will show you a very small clip of 1 minute, which shows and clearly fixes for what the deep fake is so that you have a good idea about it. Okay. That thing is also coming up. That is one thing. And people are not mostly using it to their good side. They are doing some bad things and getting caught also. I think according to Italy Prime Minister, she had a case where a deep fake video of the famous people are also getting circulated. So nowadays you have to be very sure what is real and what is fake. Maybe your friend and someone who is calling is actually not your friend. It's someone else calling from their number somehow, and they may look real, but they are not. Okay. So also generative AI has can be used for style transferring, which allows the consumer to see a digital rendering of clothes and other products on their bodies in their home elsewhere. These are the new things which generative AI is able to do. Okay. Also, the best part about that is customer assistant. That's how it's enhancing the business. It's providing more support to it. That, first of all, you have to know that earlier, as I told you yesterday, the previous chatbot generation was very boring. But the new generation of chatbots, it's very, very interesting. I don't know whether how many of you saw it, but it's circulating a lot on the Instagram and LinkedIn everywhere. That whenever you have a smartphone, right, you could have a video call with the OpenAI platform, and you can ask. It can see the things, it can analyze the things, and the way they reply is not at all robotic. It's very human. How many of you have seen that video, which is circulating? Give me a thumbs up. Have you done it? Have you seen that? Where you can learn step by step of something. For example, if you want to solve a maths problem, then you can tell that particular platform, you don't need to tell me a solution. You just give me hints. I will be the one who is solving it. So continuously, when you are drawing something, let's say you're drawing a triangle and you want to find the what do you say, length of hypotenuse, then it's going to give you easy solutions. Can you look at the right triangle? Look, can you, the opposite side is hypotenuse, and all these things. It's so exciting. It can help to solve millions of, like, the problems for millions of companies which are there around the globe, not only one or two. And even for as a personal assistant, let's say you want to learn something, you want to learn cooking, right? Let's say you want to try a new recipe, you can be there. The chat gpt model will be able to see and provide you the feedback. Now add salt, now add this particular spice, now add the main ingredients. Okay, by seeing, by visual, by audio, if you provide the more feature, it is going to be the next level assistant for you. Okay, next thing you have to know is the virtual shopping assistant. These are the slides that I'm showing you are completely out of the box things, which are the latest trends which are going out around the globe for these kind of augmented reality or assistant or chatbot. Okay, it also acts as product recommendation for you. So it can be used to create personalized product recommendation based on customer preferences and behavior. Also, you have to know that these generative AI tools are acting as next level market intelligence tools. Okay, what they're doing is they are able to summarize vast amount of relevant material. Also, company can expedite market research and gain concise insights of effective decision making in the new market. It's one step ahead of, like, the previous generation AI that we had. Okay, so before we move on to the energy resources and industrial generative AI tools, shall we move to some hands-on? Shall we do some hands-on? Yes. How many of you are excited for that? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's go. So what I'm going to teach you today is I'm going to teach you a little bit about images, okay, and also about the text. So I give you the hands-on of both the things, so that, like, if you want to generate some images, also you can do, and if you want to have some on Chat GPT, also I can provide you some more prompts, ideas, and, like, the practical side. Okay, so which one we should start with, the Chat GPT or the images? Which one is your favorite? Images. Okay, the first response is images, images, images. Okay, okay, okay. So let's go for images. Okay. So, okay, I hope you are all excited. Okay. Second. Okay. So what we are going to do is I'm going to share the screen. Okay. All of you, please open Google Chrome and open a new tab. Done. And then search for something called as Adobe Firefly. Okay. Do a Google search for Adobe, not Adobe, Adobe Firefly. Okay. Done. I think you must be able to find it. Okay. Once you have found it, just click on this first tool, which comes as Adobe Firefly, free generative AI for creatives. Click on that. So in this particular option that you get, you can select anything. For me, I am in Singapore, so I'll just click on Singapore. It should open for you. Doesn't matter in which country you are. Whichever it's nearest to you, just can click on that. Okay. And then you go down. Has everyone reached here? If you have not, I will pass you the link for this particular web page in the chat. It's here. Okay, same page now. That's great. See, what we're going to do is we are going to click on something called as text to image. Okay. We are going to do not one, but instead of one, like multiple things together in this particular tool. This tool is not only for text to image, but much more. So we're going to learn all those things together. Okay. I hope you all are excited for it. Once you're here, right, you have to click here and you will get a button to log in or sign up. Are you getting that? Okay, help to quickly log in or sign up. I hope all of you know how to sign up or log in. If you don't, if you get any doubts, please let me know. Once the option comes in, always click on continue with Google. Okay, click on continue with Google. You will get the Google ID. And if it prompts something, just select something default. You need not to worry about it. Once it's done, just give me a thumbs up. Once you're logged in. Okay, I can see 7 to 8 thumbs up already. Okay, 9, 10. We have 80 participants right now, so I will expect more thumbs up. Then I will move forward. I'll give you 1 more minute before I continue. By the time everyone is logging in, I will show you around the website. Okay, nothing new, but yeah, in this one, you can try to generate the images with simple prompts in over 100 languages. You can generate images, add or remove objects, and also transform the text and so much more. This website is one of my favorite for generating the images. Okay, once you're done, please do give me thumbs up. Okay, so that I will know that you have what do you say, you are on the same page. Okay, shall I continue, or anyone facing any difficulties, you can let me know in the chat. Okay. Okay, for all those who are on the same page, congratulations. Getting lost. Make the line. What's the difficulty you are facing? You just have to click on sign up, login, whichever thing comes up. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to click on this one, create with Firefly text to image. Okay, it might take a second to load the page. You need not to worry about that part. Let it load. Okay, I hope all of us will get something like this. Yes? Are you getting it? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Okay, so whatever images you are looking at, right? It could be a case that your images are different and it's completely okay. Even I refresh, I am going to get different images. That's not an issue for any of us. Okay, the main thing should be that you are able to get these images, any image, and you get this prompt, this place where you can write the prompt. Okay, all there? Good. So in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide the prompt to generate the image. Okay. The prompt that I'm going to provide is, first of all, I'll give a very simple prompt in front of you. Okay, I will provide two kittens sitting on a beach with sunglasses. Okay, so what we have to do is in this one, to test the full capability, I always tell the learners to, whenever they are testing it out, always test it out with something out of the box which you cannot find easily on a Google search, so that you can realize, okay, this one must be generated by the AI. It is not something which already existed, and it's more like it found on the Google and provided to you. Okay, so I wrote two kittens sitting on a beach with sunglasses, and I will click on this button called generate. I just click on OK. It is going to take some time because the images are being generated for you in the real time. Okay, so to do these things, it does take time. So we already have a cute little first image that we have of two kittens wearing the sunglasses on the beach, just waiting for other three. And also, I always request, like, you should not write in the same command, try out something else. Okay, see, I already got it. Do you think the kittens are cute? I do think that. Are you able to generate it? Try it out on your side. If you are, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Always try on your side. Practical learning always comes with hands on. You cannot just look into my side and imagine, okay, I will do this, I will do this later. You have to do it parallelly. Once I'm done explaining, I always will give you enough time so that you can do it on your side. Yeah, done it successfully. Okay, that's good. It exactly generated the images that looks like my dog. That's a good thing. Rainbow Labrador with unicorn horns. Yeah. Is anyone there who is not able to generate their images? Anyone out there? Yes, no? If anyone is there, you have to let me know. Okay? Okay. For all those who are done generating it, that's great. Vivek, don't worry, I will show you that too. Okay? Okay, so this is not the end. Again, I'll tell you, this is just the beginning to use this particular tool. Okay, currently you could use it like a newbie, but you can also use it like a pro. I'm going to teach you how to use these things like a pro. Okay, so that you won't have to type in the commands again and again and, like, get worried or type and use different tools altogether to get through it. Okay, so what you have to see is on the left hand side, can you see something called as general settings? Yeah. In this one, the first thing that comes up is the model that it is using currently. So the one that is using currently, it's Firefly Image 3. This is the latest model that Firefly has released, the Adobe has released. Okay, and it's there for the preview that you are currently using. Okay, next thing is the aspect ratio. How do you want the images? Do you want the images to be square, or do you prefer the images to be landscape, portrait, widescreen? What? Let's say you want to generate something for your, let's say, desktop wallpaper. Okay, those things can also be done. Okay, are you getting it? Yes, no? Can I get a thumbs up? Yeah, okay, great. Next thing is, of what type do we want to generate things? See, let me tell you one thing, that most of the generative AI tool I have tried out close to, I will say 30 to 40 tools, okay, which can generate images and all those things. I have found out one problem in all the tools, mostly in all the tools. Can you guess what? What it could not generate easily? What do you think? What is the thing that Chat GPT or any other tools? Yeah. Okay. Good guess. Hands, fingers. Yes. Any other thing? Trademarks. Yes. I mean, the trademarks and all are the restricted things that they have already fed in not to generate. Okay. But Don Carlo said one thing right, that is hand, fingers. The other thing is the faces. Okay. It is not able, still not able to generate the faces in a very well way. Okay, so these are the problems that I have seen. Also, do you understand or do you know why the fingers are not generated in a very well way? Yeah, very good question. You should also ask why. But before I answer, I'm asking you, what do you think, why it is not able to generate? You should know. What do you think? Give me, think about it and give me reasons from your end. Intricate movements, yes, Jarel, correct. What about others? Have any joints? Yeah. What about others? Think about it. I want more answers from more people. AI is still 2D, sensitive, more data needed. Yeah, that could be the reason. Hard for the AI to understand. Yes, exactly. So if you look, right, okay, let me just show you practically why AI is not able to generate or understand the images in a very well way. You see, currently, I hope you all can see my fingers, right? You can see my hands with some, like, because of that particular filter, it's going off. But now you think, right, like the rest of the body, right? It cannot change. You cannot crumble them or you cannot do any much changes. It's just that the angles could be different to understand a human. But when we talk about our hands, we can move our hands in literally any way, like, like this, like this, like this, like that. So you see, where are my fingers now? Okay, if I do like this, then it's very hard to understand how do actually hands look like, right? Now, if I do like this, then what? Okay, so there are nearly, like, tens or thousands of ways in which we can move our hand, or, like, we can make like this, or whatnot. Sometimes, whenever we are standing, right, what we do is we put our hands inside the pockets and then our hands disappear, or maybe few of our fingers disappear. Okay, so what happens whenever the model is getting trained is it tries or understands how to generalize the things. It generalizes how does human body look like, it understood. But thinking about the fingers, it's very hard to generalize, because for each position or the pose that in which the images are getting trained, in most of the cases the way the hands are very different from each other. They are not same. Okay, so that's why it gets very difficult for the hands to be fed, like, what do you say, to be created in a very well way. Sometimes if you are lucky you will get in a good form, in a good way, but 90% of the times that I have tried, it is not that good as compared to other features that it can generate. Okay, that's the one of the things that I wanted to tell. Now coming back to here, like, the settings that we have in this one, you can either generate a photo or the art. Now what we are going to do is, let's say if I click on this art, then you will notice that these filters appear down here. Okay, if I click on photo, okay, then this becomes photo now. If I click on art, then this becomes art. Got it? Yes? Can I get a thumbs up? Everything clear till here? Anyone got any doubts? Yeah? Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying the learning. Yes? Okay. So also one other thing is that you can also upload the reference image that you want to do. Let's say you have already have an image where the kittens are sitting on a beach, but not other things. I'm not saying that you have to provide the exact image what you want, but if you provide the exact image that you want, then you don't need to generate it with the AI, right? So in here, we are going to provide any reference image for the prompt that you want to have. Let's say you want to generate something like Superman and Hulk fighting in a building. Okay, let's give that. See, these are the images which might not exist. So Superman and Hulk fighting inside a, let's say, building. Okay. Yeah. I will also provide intense face features and Hulk is very angry. Okay. So this is what I will give the prompt. It's not an exact prompt that which can generate very well, but still it will give you a good result. Next thing is it reference to style. Also, you can provide the reference image. Let's say you want in a specific style itself. Then once you provide this, it will try to copy the style also. Okay. Next thing that we have are the effects. These are more like you can call as filters which are there. And these are also very sometimes necessary to make your image look good. So what I've done is I have not added any reference images, but I do have added the effect, okay, which is hyper realistic. And I have changed let me change the content type also. I've already done, I made it to widescreen. Plus, I have also, let me add the, styles, which I will add this one. Okay. And then I will also provide it everything, I think so. And the structure I won't provide because it doesn't look like a structure thing, right? And then what I will do is I will generate the image. Let's wait for a few moments. Parallelly, please try it out on your side too. You have to work on it, then only you will get the correct solution. Try out something else. What's running in your mind for which the images that you want to create, you can do it. See if it works or see if you're happy with that. Okay, I think only Hulk. I think it drew the mixture of Hulk and Superman. I don't know, the facial expressions. Okay. It has not provided the Superman at all. Okay, maybe I'll try to change the prompt a little bit. Superman fighting with Hulk inside a building. Okay. Intense face features. That's it. Let me provide that and generate again. Exactly. I think someone, Jurel said, which is the correct thing. The more description you provide, the more creative images will be provided by the AI. It's not only about the images, it's about everything. Some people, save their words or say, oh, I don't want to. And they do, or you can say they act out of laziness and then they don't provide enough features or enough details. I think it is not able to generate what I want. It is not generating Superman at all. Maybe it does not have an understanding of Superman. Could be a case. Also, you have to know if it does not have an understanding of a certain feature or a certain character, it won't be able to generate. It only can understand the things on which it has been trained. It does not generate or train something on the go. Okay. So maybe I will try out something else. Maybe a lady walking in Tokyo uh, with snow around her. Okay. Let's say this is what I want to generate. I think it should be able to understand and generate the images for this. Okay. The first image I got itself is very good. Okay. Second image is also very nice. Okay. All the images are good. Yes. Because all of them are in art form. And then like these two are the front pictures and these two are the pictures from the back, which looks very nice. Do you think the image is nice? Yes. If you think it is nice, give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. I hope you have also tried it out on your side using your imagination and you got the result, which is at least convenient. Yes. Okay. So once you're done with this, shall we move to the other things? Yeah. Hope you learned something from this particular tool. Yes. Shall we move to the next thing? Yeah. Okay, great. So I can see the some hands up, some heart emojis, okay, which are good things. Okay, so let's move back. Just click on this button called back here on the top left side. Don't click on this back, okay? Just click on this back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you one thing. How to download it? Okay, let me tell you. I don't want to leave anything to imagination. Okay, maybe I'll just generate something. To humans walking in Russia. So it understands how does Russia look like and how do humans look like, how does a walk look like. It combines those things and generates the images for you. For all those who didn't got it, that you can also download these images. Okay, and I don't know whether you know it or not. Around in 2020 or 2021, there was a competition of generate of like images. I mean for generating the art. And in that competition, an image which was generated by just the prompt won a prize close to $100,000. You see, few humans walking in Russia, looking nice, an art picture. Yeah, I think this is nice. Okay, now when I want to download it, if you hover over the image, you can see a download sign. You can just click on it, click on download. Okay, once you click on download, the image will be downloaded for you on the local. For me, it has already downloaded, which is 2.4 MB, and I think it's going to be of very good quality. The quality of the image that it generates is very nice. It's not some like a low level image. I don't whether can you see it? Can you see the image? Yes. It has downloaded the images for you. Also, if you want to download all the images, then you can click on download all in here. Here. It will download, zip all the images together and download for you. Correct? Yeah. Now we will move forward to another thing. Yeah. So just click on back here. Before I teach you next thing, just try to download or generate one image and download it on your local, so that you will have a confirmation that yes, you are now able to download, generate the images using generative AI and then download them. Once you are done, give me a thumbs up so that I can proceed to show you the next things. Okay, I can see many thumbs up now. Yeah, good thing for us. Okay, next thing that I'm going to provide you is something called as this one, generative fill. Okay, if you go down, if you go to this homepage, firefly.adobe.com, and you go down, you can see something called as generative fill. Okay, click on that. It will take a second to, like, open the page and let it be. Done? Everyone reached here? Give me a thumbs up if you have reached here. I'll provide you a link to this so that, like, for all those who got lost on the way and or anything, you can just click on the link and directly be on this page. Yes, Shanice, I just read a comment. Yes, on that particular image, you could also add a text and use on social media. That's true. Files, no, like it does not provide you the custom size. The size which it generates is because it's of the things that it already has. It's a custom one. I mean, it's the fixed one, not the custom that you provide in the chat. Okay, once you have loaded this page, give me a thumbs up so that I can proceed to tell you how to use it in a good way. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, cool. I think sometimes back, someone asked me, can we upload or generate our own image? Okay, can we, do that? So give me a second. I want to show you one example of that. Okay, just give me a second. Just hold for a moment. Where is it? 1 second now, I'll show you. Yeah, here it is. So let me just stop the screen and share with you again. Can you see this image of mine? Yes? Can you see this? Yeah? This image has been generated by generative AI by using this particular tool that I'm teaching you. The coat, the suit that I'm wearing, if you look here closely, this part, it's not an actual suit. Okay, this whole dress, the background and everything has been changed with this generative fill. And that's how I wanted to show you that what's the power of this particular tool. If any of you wanted to generate something like this, you can do it given this tool. Okay, I hope everyone wants to generate images of them in the professional wear suit. Yes, who doesn't like it? I think everyone does. Yeah, so you are going to learn how you can also, I just provided a face. I think I will have an original image of this. Maybe, in the end, I will also give you an idea of that. How does that image looks like? Let me check. It should be on my local device. I'll show you what are the changes that I made. Okay, it's here. You see, can you see this image? Yes. on my screen. I transformed it from this to this. It's the same image, same expression features, facial features, something, okay, and everything. It's just that what I've changed is I've changed the body and I asked it that I should be in this position. Also remember, it cannot be done in one go. You have to try out multiple steps, or like, it does take time. Okay. So let me just explain you how you also can generate something like that. Yes. For let me just tell you, I am also using that particular image that I showed you on all my social media places. Okay. For this, what we are going to do is, if you want to upload something from your local, okay, let's say you have an image that you want to modify, you can just click on this upload image, select the image on which you want to make the changes. Okay, it could be any image that you want. For now, what I'm going to show is I'm going to show on any of these images. Let's say you don't have something on your local, you want to use this image for now, you can use these images too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this particular astronaut image, click on that. But if you want to upload something from the local, you can do it. Here is a big place where you can do, okay? Yeah. Now, once you're done with this, the image, even if you have uploaded from your local, will come here. Is it coming up? Yeah. Once you're done uploading the image, give me a thumbs up so that I can proceed to explain you what to do next. For some of you, it might take a little bit time to upload the image, to select it. So I'm giving you 2 minutes for it. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone is done. If any of you are lagging behind, you have to tell me in the chat that I'm lagging behind, because I got lots of thumbs up. So I will move forward with that. So in this one, right, first of all, on the left side, you have to make sure that you are on something called as insert. Okay, click on that insert, and then whichever area in which you want to make the changes, you have to select that area and do like this. So for example, if I'm selecting the area, I have to do like this. Meaning to say whatever changes will be made on this and this area only, whatever I'm selecting. Let's say I select this thing. Okay. As soon as you are done selecting this part, automatically you will notice that a part here asking for the prompt appears. It asks, okay, prompt, enter prompt here. I hope it does. If it does for you and you have done till here, please do send me a thumbs up so that I will know that you are done till here. Yes. So you can select any area that you want in which you want to make the change. Okay. This is how you select. Now, let's say you want to remove something, that you have selected something and you don't want to. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on remove from the left side. Okay, click on that and then select the part that you want to remove. I mean, for now, it will be confusing. So first of all, let's finish insert part. Okay. So in this insert part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write what I want to have here. Okay. Maybe I will write something called, for this image, what does it fit? Maybe I will write alien ship floating, or let's say flying in the sky with birds. Okay. So I just wrote alien ship flying in the sky with birds, and I will click on generate. It will take few minutes, not a few minutes. I mean, it will take a minute or two, few seconds to generate it for you. You see? I think it missed on drawing the alien shape, but it did drew the birds. Okay, so if you look here, I get three options, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so maybe, for example, let me finish. Okay, before you start doing it on your side, let me finish. Let me tell you what are the steps you have to follow. So as you can see on the down part, there are three options which are available for me. And I liked this one and I want to keep it and make further changes. It can happen, right? That let's say you were working on something and then as soon as you stop working, or maybe like, you're working on something in the first go, you didn't got it, but it has almost reached, let's say 20 to 30% of what you wanted. So you will make the changes from that part, right? Do you agree with that? Yes? Can you give me a thumbs up for that? Yeah? Okay. So for all those who do, what we can do to do that is, let's say I like this one and I will keep on clicking on just keep. Okay. Just click on keep so that now this will become your base image. If you want to download this, click on download. If you want to save it as a backup. If you don't, if you want to make the further changes, then again, this will be your base image. And again, you can select the area, for example, this one. Okay. And then make further changes, whatever you want. Okay. Let's say if I write here, black hole in the space. Okay. And I click on generate. So the changes which will be made now will be made on top of this image. And I will get again three options to choose from, and I can keep any of the things that I want. That's the beauty of it. It did not generate this image well. I mean, this is okay, but yeah, this one is better than all of this. See, again, I'm telling you, it is not, what do you say, the best thing that you can expect from it. But again, it also depends on the image, what you're typing and everything. Currently, you have to learn how to generate these things in a best way possible. Also, how to write the prompts. Okay. See if you are able to do it. And let's say you are happy with this, keep on keep. Okay. Then once you're done with this, just click on download. The best part of downloading these images is that the watermark is there. Okay, don't worry, the watermark is there, but the watermark appears on the lower left side. And if you want, you can crop it and use it further for your own use. It's not like a big watermark appearing somewhere randomly. It's going to appear on the downside. Let me just show you. Okay, it's here. Just a minute, I'll show you, share with the screen with you. Okay, hopefully you can see it now. If you want to use it somewhere, what you can do is you can just crop it out till here. And then no watermark is also there, and you can use it image anywhere that you want because you are the one who is the creator of this image. That's the best part, right? Yeah. So now you can edit your images on, like, anytime for free. And this is the one of the best tools that you are going to learn. Okay, I hope you have tried out some things and you got good result. Did you got it? Yes. See, one thing is, Vivek, that whenever you are even removing it, it's not that, what do you say, like, it cannot be generated by only Firefly. This image could also be generated by any of the tools which exist out there. Plus, it's open source. And also, you're not going to tag Adobe, and you have to be smart enough for the places that you're using. That's it. First of all, the thing is, it's open source, so you can use it. Okay. That's why I always try to teach the tools which are free. Paid version, doesn't make sense to pay for this. If you have got good money, go ahead and pay for it and get it without watermark also. Yeah. When we can get it for free, why to pay for this thing? All the tools that I'm going to teach you here are for free, so don't need to worry about that part. Okay. I hope you tried something on your side and you were able to generate, which is something really nice. Yes, you did or not? Can I get a thumbs up or some emojis? Yeah. Okay, great. That's a lot of emojis, which is a good thing. I hope you learned something new. Okay, so let me just go ahead and show you a few more use cases of using the generative AI in the industries. For this one, see, some of you asked us yesterday, what are the use cases? Or can you provide us some ideas in which where we can use it? One of the best places to learn about those things are these case studies that I'm going to teach you. This one also gives you the idea that how other people are using it and making a little bit modification of their usage, how you can generate your own income or use it for your own good. Whether it could be a personal, it could be for entrepreneurship, or it could be something that you want to learn or you want to use it at work. It's or maybe all of them, right? Why not all of them? Okay. So next thing we're going to talk about how generative AI is being used, for using it for the energy resources and the industries. Okay. So keeping the equipment healthy. So as you know, the AI has been, we have been using it to for the asset management or asset maintenance planning. So what are the assets for a company? The assets could be anything. Reason being, for example, let's say when we talk about a company such as Microsoft, what are their assets? Their assets could include their products. Okay, what are the things? And let's say if you're talking about something which is manufacturing, like chips, okay, the computer chips, are there any cracks on that? Are they working? Okay, those things it can help to manage. How the generative AI helps in maintaining the code, helps in maintaining the images and also the text. Here they have given the issue or the opportunity. For example, in mining and oil and gas operations, maintenance planning helps to prevent the premature equipment failure, cost repairs, and replacements, and also extends the life of the whole asset. Let's say you have a big tool, and in that one, you didn't run this asset maintenance part, and only one part got damaged. But the problem is the company does not manufacture that part separately. What's going to happen? Even though that part is very small, but you are going to pay the whole for the whole big thing. And it happens a lot. Do you think it happens that companies are making products more smaller and more compact, but also sort of irreplaceable, right? They're not providing something separate. For example, let's say we have a mobile phone, right? In mobile phone, if our screen is damaged, we could easily replace it. But let's say Apple starts saying, oh, we do not produce or provide the screens for further sale. If you want to buy, you have to buy a new phone. What would that be? Very costly, right? So next thing is it is also used for designing the materials. Okay. It helps to expedite in experiments and design. Just now what we learned is about the images, right? In those things, you have to think about the business opportunities which are out there, how you can generate the images or the designs which could produce the money for you. For all those, I think there are some designers in this class. Yes, graphic designer or someone. I think yesterday someone messaged regarding that particular use case. Is there anyone who is in the design side or who designs the images and all those things? Can you give me a thumbs up? Yeah, see, few are there. Okay, so these things could be directly useful for you. Let's say how it helps you is even though let's say you have a reference image and you want to generate something related to that, but exactly not that part, and you don't have enough time, you can take advantage of chat. First of all, that Firefly text to image to generate it. And later on, if you want to make little bit modification, you can do that with editing part. Now you have to think how to club multiple tools together to form a new thing or form a new entrepreneurial idea. And also remember, generative AI is not only limited to text or images. It's lots and lot more. Okay. Also, it is also helpful to understand the ore for minerals processing optimization. Okay, it is also help to use to optimize the designs for site design generation. You think, right? Like, let's say you have a business idea and you want to refine it, then you can use ChatGPT to refine that too. Okay, you can use it to ask questions. Let me show you. Let's go hands on once more. Okay, and do something on ChatGPT. Okay, use it something for text, which will in which you will get a very good idea how you can use ChatGPT for the industrial use. Okay, shall we do some hands-on? Yes, we want to do it. Yeah, yes, no. Okay, okay. I think everyone wants to. So what we're going to do is, again, please open Chrome or any web browser of your choice, favorite browser. Okay, and open ChatGPT. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay. So I'll share the screen now. Hopefully everyone is able to see the screen. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So if you can see it, then let's go what I was talking about. Now let's say what you want to do is, some of you wanted some entrepreneurial idea or how companies use it, right? Or let's say you already have a product. Then what I'm going to do is, first of all, remember the basic rules remain same. First of all, I will say you are to act as product developer and designer. Okay. Then I will provide, let's say I will provide the experience also, let's say with over 20 years of experience of hands-on knowledge. You have designed some world-class products. Okay, this is my system prompt. I've not provided anything, no problem statement, no context, nothing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to provide the context and my query. My context is, I am designing, let's say, what do you want to design? Let's take the feedback from you. Okay, what is the thing that you want to design? Who cannot see my screen? Jeremiah, can you see my screen or not? Can you see my screen, everyone? Can't see? What about others? Can you give me thumbs up for all those who can see? I think everyone else can see. Yeah. Jeremiah, please check your internet connection. I think mostly it will be a fault for that, because if it's working for one, it should work for working for all. Okay. So let's say I am designing maybe, let's say, a website. Okay. Let's say I'm designing a website for my product called, maybe, let's say I will provide in the double quotes calling it plant, what it could be, plant helper. Okay. Let's say I have something very rough idea, okay? I don't have much experience. This is my context, okay? In rolling out a new product. Now I'm going to write something very new which you have not learned yesterday. So for all those who even attended yesterday's one, this is the new thing. Can you ask me 10 important questions which can help me to strategize strategize and design my product, which can help me to strategize and design my product. Okay, so in this one it's going to ask you questions. Okay, and when you answer it, it's going to understand how or what is exactly running in your mind. Once it knows and once you also know exactly what you want, then you can query or raise some next answers or ask the questions from the chat GPT. Instead of 10, what I will do is, because we don't have like a lot of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, can you ask me 2 questions? Okay, and then the chat GPT is going to ask the questions from me related to that. Okay, so first thing is the question that it asked me is, who is your target audience and what are the specific needs related to plant care? Okay, next thing is, what unique value does Plant Helper offer compared to existing plant care products and services? So according to it, these are the 2 important things that we should understand. And on the side, it also helps us to ask and provide us some clue. In this one, we should identify the demographic details of the potential users, then also determine their specific pain points, challenges, right? Any entrepreneur should know that whenever they are trying to build a company, they are solving the pain points of other people, right? So you have to very clearly know who are your target audience. Let's say you didn't like the question, didn't like the answer. You have to always fall back to something called as iterate and refine. Do you know about this strategy? How many of you know about it? Do you know something called as iterate and refine? This one means that based on the previous answer provided by the chat GPT, you should make the next query and ask it to improvise the answer. But again, the way you are improvising is very different from the newbies. You don't have to copy the same mistake from the people what they make who have not attended this workshop or who don't know how to do the prompt engineering in a correct way. Okay, so the way we are going to query is also different. Based on the answer provided by it, we will say, okay, I got it, right? It's more like you're talking to someone. You have to maintain a contact, right? Okay, I got it. uh, I am actually not satisfied with the questions. Okay, can you ask me few more and I can provide the answer to those questions, and then we can design the product together. Okay, so in this case I'm clearly saying maybe like in why will you need to iterate and refine? Because you're not happy with the answer, first thing, or you want to make the answer better, right? Currently you are happy, but what if like you get a better answer? So for this we are going to run this particular prompt. Okay, so in this one it talks about, okay, what key features and functionalities do you envision the help? Okay, let it generate. I think I should have written provide in short form so that it won't generate these small questions. Okay, so anyhow I can improvise my prompt. If I want to, I can just say keep the answer short and precise or limit it to these many words. Okay, so what are the key features and the functionalities do you envision with Plant Helper? Because you see, with the name itself, it did understood everything, that it's about the plants, it's going to help the plants and all those things. Consider primary functionalities you want to include. For example, plant identification, watering and fertilization schedules, pest and disease detection, tips and tutorials. Similar way, you could draft your own, what do you say, product and help to strategize, and you can take the help of chat gpt to determine it. Also, you can make the chat gpt to answer the things for you. Okay, did you got it, what we are doing here? Did you understood? Yes, no? Yeah. See, whenever you are designing something, whenever you are looking out for some new ideas, you have to keep your mind open. You cannot think of a specific product initially. You have to ask or take help of chat gpt. It is going to provide you a lot more things that you can even imagine. It's just that you should know how to write the correct prompt. You should know how to ask the questions correctly from it. That's the key. That's the main thing that you should know. I think, as Sanket said yesterday, right? That nowadays English is the new programming language. Because to get the answers, what you do need is you just need to write the correct prompt in this language, what it understands. Okay, I hope you got something. Okay, if you did not got it, you can ask the questions anytime. I'm open for any questions that you have in mind. What I will also do is I will provide you the prompts that I have written, and you can make the what do you say, the changes in that, and make your product or anything, the idea that you have, in a better form. Okay, so in here also, let me tell you a few terminologies what you have from what we have already done. In this one, when you are talking to it, right, like this, right, do you think I have done it extra work? Do you think I could have directly pasted this one? For some of you who do think that, this is also the part of the prompt. Why? Because in this one, you are saying that, like, you are actually able to understand something. So you are providing the constructive feedback to the chat GPT. This is also an important thing that you can learn while doing the prompt engineering. That positive and negative feedbacks, both of them matter a lot to it. Okay, so these are the things which are not extra. These are not like, the way I talk, that's why I've written it. No, these are part of the prompts, and this way the answer that you get, we try to get the best answer out of it. Okay, did you got it? Yeah. Okay, for all those who got it, good. For any of you, do you have any doubts? Someone asked me how to upload. I think you can see an attachment sign here, right? You can just click on that, and then it will allow you to upload the files. Remember the daily limit. There is a daily limit, okay, on which you can upload the files and you can query from it. There is not like unlimited things that they have allowed you for it. It's a free version still. Okay, so it's a 4.4-0. It's not 0.0, it's 4-0 that they have rolled out. So you can use it as you want. Okay, so just give me a second. Screen, let me share it again. Just a moment. Okay, it's here. I don't know why it's still like, being on processing. I don't know. Okay, let's just wait for 1 minute. Okay, not more than that. It should be done. It's here. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, is it visible? Yes. See, this is a very good thing, the slide that we have landed on, that you can use ChatGPT to planning for the planning of promotions. You have to know that ChatGPT also understands which demographic has what thought process of the people, how do they like to spend, and what's their, yeah, again, the thought process of buying a product. So whenever you are doing the negotiation, whenever you are rolling out a product, whenever you are doing some promotion on it, you can take the help of ChatGPT to the greater extent, because it can really help you to plan for promotions. And that is how it is also doing for so many industries. Okay. So it can, again, it can help you for the product design assistant, like we did. Currently, I gave you the example that is also known as this product type design assistant. That what are the major things that we want to answer from the product that we are building. That help you can take from Chat GPT, and you can run, what do you say, or get the output from it. And on top of that idea and your idea, you can build out a final product. Okay. Also, it also helps you to strike as an AI pose. I don't know how many of you know this, but companies nowadays are spending millions of dollars on the projects which are related to generative AI or AI also. Okay. So if you are building something which is related to that, it is going to help you a lot. Also, generative AI can help you to create videos and still images to more effectively showcase the products to a more diverse set of people. For example, let's say you have an image of your product and you want to add new backgrounds. You want to add new features to it, something on the design part. You can use the generative AI for that too, right? For all those who are designers or who have that creative thinking, must be getting my thoughts, right? I think most of you should agree that with let's say you have a product and you want to add some funky background or something, and you don't want to use other Photoshop tools or something like that, then you can also use generative AI. For all those who, maybe most of us don't know Photoshop, I'm not good at Photoshop, but I'm good at generative AI. So I can generate any image of my choice with the help of these tools. Okay. Data access for all provides us the things, again, to empower the business users. It helps to combine the data from various sources. Again, as I told you earlier, that the source that it takes the data from is not one. It is going to take the data from all the sources possible. You have to understand, when it's talking about billions of texts, I mean the words or the sentences that we have, major LLM models, we call it, like, let's say we are using Llama. So it's called Llama 7B. 7B means it has been trained on 7 billion tokens. Okay. So these are the changes that are being there in the market right now. And these are the things which are helping the companies to build their, income of millions of dollars. And that's how the generative AI is enhancing and changing the scenarios globally. It's not only happening in Singapore or Philippines or one part of the world, not in other parts. So it is happening all around the globe. Okay, do you get it? Yes, no? Do you agree with me? Yeah. Okay. So let me share the screen. Just a moment. Okay. Also, what generative AI is doing is it's helping to annotation with automation. I don't know, for all those who belong to IT, you will be knowing that annotation is the most difficult part to do, and it's most manual labor part required, plus it's very boring. With the help of generative AI, because it has a very good understanding of what those images are. Okay, let's say in general, it can identify, okay, this is a mobile, let's say this is a charger, this is mouse, this is human, this is a ring, this is a keyboard, this is a charger. All these things it can identify. You can use generative AI to do that and to, like, give your time to some useful things rather than those boring things. Okay, also it is helpful for content creation with the AI. It has been there. You can generate videos, you can generate audio, you can generate presentation images, what do you say, PowerPoint presentations, yeah, I already told. And anything that you can think of, right? Like, and some of the things that I'm not able, even I am able to imagine, could be a mixture of multiple things. I think the generation of websites has also already been there, but that is still using AI. Now they are also combining Wix, and all those popular platforms are combining the platforms along with generative AI to provide new designs to you according to your creativity, right? According to your thinking, they are going to generate some of the things real time for you, which is very specific. Those are not in the templates, but those things will be there customized for you. Okay, do you got it? Do you understood the examples, how we can, how generative AI is transforming the industry right now? Yes.